how would you react to what we are seeing today? The North have risen again against Bola Hammed TINUBU. A new political party called ADA, of course, from Nigerian National Democratic Alliance. They're able to mandate INEC to register that party called All Democratic Alliance. What are we saying? Can they muster the strength to unseat the Jagaban of Africa?
Yes, they can. It depends on how they are able to, put their house together. This is the foundation, and it depends on how they are going to build on it. I liken this to like a Christian baby, and that's the first achievement man can achieve. At least they will give you name. So they have given the baby name. Now we are going to see how they are going to nurture the baby, how they are going to make sure that the baby has what it takes to grow between now and 2027 is going to very, very important. What you are going to see to determine whether they will be able to unseat President Bola Hammed TINUBU. But what are you going to expect from this thing? First of all, from that name, ADA, All Democratic Alliance, am I right? Yes. But you know Nigeria, how we usually term our team. People saw ADA, and when you look at that ADA go to Igbo side. So we don't know, maybe they were conscious of that thing, or they were just give their own name and Nigeria catch it. You know Nigeria, the way we usually give, if when you both do motto, we look for one way or the other to give it the name that we like end of the discussion continue, pencil light, envelope light. That's how Nigeria reason. But sometimes when you look at all these things, sometimes it has some spiritual backing. Even they may not be conscious of it, but when they create it, the way Nigeria interprets it, it may have some philosophical or some spiritual backing. So what am I trying to say is that any coalition they make from that side, and Southern has a weaker voice there, it will not be able to stand. Because it has never been happening that we see a London not single-handedly produced president. It has never happened. Buhari tried so many times. He failed. 3 times he tried. He failed until he has support
from the south.
From the south. That is from the south and not central. You know, Buhari is a Fulani man that believes in himself. And he believes that North can give him whatever he wants until we prove him wrong, and that's when he seek for support, and to God be the glory. That is what we are seeing today. Unfortunately, this time around, they want to face somebody that help APC to come into power. Now they want to use the same strategy to unseat him. This is the strategy where that APC used to enter. They want to use the same strategy to defeat the same APC. So it's too early now to be talking about their power or their muscle. But one thing that is very, very important is that if Nigerians see that, especially the Southerner, see that this thing has northern agenda alone, that the Southern aspect of it, they have weaker voice, then there will be problem. But if they can make it, as they call it, national something, that it cut across both the north and the south, and they give the south a louder voice there. Because the only Southerner that I see that we can be talking about from this coalition is Rotimi Amaechi. And when we talk about political value now, I don't know what Rotimi Amaechi can pull from this side. This coalition that they're about to form, how is it going to be? PDP does not belong to Atiku. Neither does it belong to El-Rufai. So that means it's just some fragments of PDP might follow Atiku. And I don't know how that one is going to be strong, because PDP, they want to maintain their house. Of course, although they are politicians, but the chance of somebody like this man from Kwara State, Bukola Saraki, leaving PDP to follow this coalition, the chance is very, very slim. And the rest of them that has been in PDP for very long time, like a former governor of Jigawa, Sule Lamido, and the rest of them that they want to leave PDP to go and join that coalition, the chance is very, very slim. But nevertheless, if this coalition, if people see that it is very, very strong and they are very serious, you will see cross-carpeting. People will stop to, cross-carpet to APC alone. You will be seeing that we now have chance. That means if they are very, very serious about what they are doing and people can read meaning to what they are doing, that they really mean business. Mean business mean that they factor in South there. Imagine if they were successfully being able to draw somebody like Peter Obi into their midst, and there's nothing, the only thing that obedient, they will just kick a bit. They will follow the suit later, and it's depend on how they plant Obi there. Imagine they give Obi candidate of this coalition, Tinubu will be shaking. That means they are planned 2 race course. Simple. Which is very, very hard for President Bola Hammed TINUBU. 2 race course. But when they are trying to do 3 race course, this coalition stands. Obi stand, Tinubu stand. Okay, that their stand is they will have both legs.
No, that's exactly the repeat of 2023,
which Tinubu was able to win while he was not president. Now that he's president, with all what he has in his hand, he only needs little support. Before you become a president, you will use the other power that he has to support everything. And before you call Jack Robinson, Tinubu is your president again. But if they were able, if Northern are really mean business that it is Tinubu they want to deal with, not that they are really hungry for power, they should factor in the Southerner. Now give that Southerner support. Immediately they give that Southerner support, the whole North will follow. The Southern here will be divided. That's the truth of the matter. That's how to divide the South. If you don't divide the South, there's nothing anybody can do about it. The only thing that Tinubu will just be doing, if it's 3 race course, is just to be picking from where he needs to pick from South. If he cannot even pick from Southeast, he will look for. He didn't pick from Southeast in the last election. Go to South. Go to North Central, then Northwest. Pick some figure he needed, and before you call that Robinson, Tinubu he bring another dimension in 2023 that you don't need to win all on your whole state, or you don't need to say that this is where my strength is. You cannot say this is where my strength is. I can pick what I need all around, then I will get the figure. But when the thing is 2 race course, Oga, I doubt it that Tinubu will be able to escape it in 2027. So,
and just like you said, if Tinubu wasn't able to escape it and he feels threatened that power, for instance, goes back to the North, don't you think that Tinubu might resort to another alternative of breaking up this country?
Tinubu is capable of do anything when it's come to that. I've known, not that I know him one-on-one, but I've heard about him for a very long time from former governor of Osun State. That Tinubu, I know what Tinubu is capable of doing. If he feel that they want to strangle him or they want to collect that power by fire, by force, then what you are going to be hearing from him, it will not be palatable, and it can lead to what the Northerner don't like. It can lead to the balkanization of Nigeria. And immediately he sing that song, Biafran will follow the suit, and they will support, back him up with the chorus, and the whole Nigeria might catch fire. And at this moment, I think people that need to be conscious of Nigeria balkanization, they are the North Central. They should decide if Nigeria is disintegrated today, where do they want to belong to? Which I think these 3 states, they will gladly choose Biafra, which is Taraba, Plateau, Benue. You see Kwara State, their go-go-gun dances along with Fulani. Even me that I'm a Yoruba, I will have believed that Kwara State should come to our. But if they choose Fulani as the law, let them go and be dancing their go-go-gun with they should face it. But you see these 3 states I mentioned, they are purely Christian. And the pure Christian region is Biafra. So I think they should secede and go along with Biafra, because Nigeria, we usually talk about balkanization all the time. If we are not that too selfish, Oga, if we balkanize now, the minority Christian in the north, they will suffer. The northern Kadunas, they will suffer. The minority Christian in Bauchi, they will suffer. The minority Christian in Adamawa, they will suffer. A lot of them, where we have minority Christian, they will be subjected to some the kind of treatment Christian can face in Pakistan. Go and check what the Christian in Pakistan, what they are facing. They are outcasts. Nobody talk about them. If you are a Christian in a place like Afghanistan, it's like you are living in hell.
Talking.
Because they will not, you will not be inclusive. You will be excluded outside the sketch of the town because they don't want to see you.
What would you advise Peter Obi in case Atiku insists that he must be his vice president?
Well, that thing, the way I see it is personal. Let me tell you, like I usually say, that some people have principle and it is personal. Somebody like Obi might think that what will be, how do I want, the way I want to handle this country, they will not allow me to handle it if I'm a vice. If you are a vice, you are reading another man's script. It's only little you can contribute. So, but for desperation of it, or for just less hijack power from President Bola Hammed TINUBU, I think Obi will be good to be vice president to Atiku Abubakar.